The shadows fall differently in September, and every pitch feels heavier than the standings suggest. Today, at Truist Park, the Washington Nationals and Atlanta Braves close out a season of frustration, one chasing a late surge of pride, the other searching for glimpses of its future. On paper, this is a game without stakes. In reality, it is a test of resilience, momentum, and the quiet fire that keeps players moving forward. For Washington, the ball rests in the left hand of rookie Andrew Alvarez. He is still unproven, just 19 innings into his major league story, but the numbers already whisper of a talent worth watching. A 2.84 ERA, a 1.11 whip, and an elite ground ball rate that presses hitters back into the dirt instead of the seats. Alvarez doesn't strike out many, but he forces batters to beat the infield. That skill set is kryptonite for a Braves lineup that thrives on loft and power. He isn't just pitching, he's trying to carve out the foundation of a new era for Washington. Atlanta answers with Bryce Elder, a veteran who has seen both sides of the storm. His season has been jagged, an ERA over 5, stretches where the strike zone looked like a moving target. Yet lately, Elder has remembered who he can be. 6 recent starts with a 2.63 ERA and a whip barely above 1. He works off the sinker and slider, pitching to weak contact, and when he's locked in, he can stretch deep into games. The Braves know this version of Elder, the one who steadies the chaos. So what happens when a rookie ground ball artist meets a veteran rediscovering himself? The likely answer is not fireworks, but restraint. Atlanta's 9-game win streak may roll on, but the rhythm here points down, not up. Slower bats in a day game, weaker contact, and long shadows swallowing fly balls. And today's AI pick is under 9.5 runs. Will we cash or will we burn? On to Game 2 with Abaddon.
The Central Crown is not being fought for tonight. It is being taken. The Detroit Tigers, who strutted atop this division for 5 long months, now stumble into Progressive Field broken, hollow, and exposed. 7 straight losses. A lineup that once swung with confidence now flails with panic. A bullpen that leaks runs like a cracked vessel. Their reign has collapsed into a funeral march. Cleveland smells blood. 9 wins in 10 games. A pitching staff sharpened into a blade, the best ERA in baseball this month. A bullpen that does not bend, does not break, does not give. The Guardians are not asking permission. They are storming the gates, and this crowd knows it. Every pitch tonight carries the sound of a throne changing hands. Jack Flaherty stands on the mound for Detroit, his season defined by disappointment, 8.14, a 4.60 ERA, and a resume filled with cracks. He has faced this team before and failed. Flaherty is not the ace you lean on in a war. He is the arm you hope survives the first volley. Across from him, Tanner Bybee. His numbers may not dazzle, but his presence does. 11 wins, a steady 4.34 ERA, and most importantly, he just beat these very Tigers a week ago. Bybee is the calm center of Cleveland's storm. He doesn't need dominance, only enough to hand the ball to the iron wall of the Guardians' bullpen. This is not a toss-up. It is momentum against collapse, order against ruin. The Guardians are not simply favored. They are inevitable. And today's AI pick is Guardians money line. Will we cash or will we burn? On to Game 3 with Hada.
The air at Citizens Bank Park is heavy with certainty, or so it seems. The Phillies stand as kings of the East, their crown already forged in the fire of 92 victories. Power defines them. Schwarber's home runs that arc like thunderbolts. Harper's swing that shakes the ground, a lineup built to overwhelm. But power is not invincible. A crown can crack. A wall can bleed. And the Phillies, stripped of Trey Turner, missing Zach Wheeler, leaning on a bullpen patched with fatigue, are not as untouchable as their record suggests. Into this temple of expectation stride the Miami Marlins, dismissed on paper, alive in spirit. They have won 9 of their last 10, carrying the rhythm of a storm. They do not crush you with thunder. They wear you down with water. Contact, speed, relentless pressure, and now timely bursts of power. In September, their bats have not only sung, they have burned. 5 and 6 runs a night, hitting harder than their reputation ever promised. On the mound, Ryan Weathers. Modest in volume but sharp in quality. His 3.21 ERA whispers of control, his 1.22 whip of discipline. He does not dazzle, he endures. Against him stands Jesus Luzardo, the name, the strikeouts, the all-star weapon. Yet Luzardo is a blade that sometimes cuts both ways. Brilliance one night, collapse the next. He has seen these Marlins before, and they have tasted his blood. This is not the mismatch the market declares. It is a clash of thunder and water, of pride already secured and fire still rising. The Phillies may win, but their margin is fragile, their edge dulled by absence and fatigue. The Marlins arrive to remind them that inevitability is an illusion. And today's AI pick is Marlins play 1.5 on the run line. Will we cash or will we burn? On to Game 4 with Angel.
The dome in Toronto feels heavy tonight, as though the air itself understands what is at stake. The Blue Jays, already bound for October, stand atop the division, yet their grip trembles. The Red Sox arrive not as visitors, but as a team clinging to life, knowing that every pitch now is the difference between survival and silence. In late September, urgency is a weapon, and Boston wields it like a blade. On the mound, Garrett Crochet embodies inevitability. His numbers speak louder than prophecy. 17 wins, a 2.69 ERA, 249 strikeouts. Each pitch carries the weight of a season, a reminder that even in a year shattered by injuries, one arm can still bend fate. Against Toronto's league-best batting average, Crochet's challenge is immense, yet it is in moments like these that legends carve their names into stone. His fastball rides like judgment, his cutter breaks like glass, and his command reduces hope to ash. Opposing him, Max Scherzer, once Mad Max, now haunted by the shadow of his former fire. His 5.06 ERA is not just a number, it is a reflection of time's toll. Last week, he faced Kansas City and was undone before recording a single full inning. For Toronto, he must stand taller than his season suggests, but doubt follows him to the mound. Against Trevor Story's power, Jarren Duran's speed, and Alex Bregman's steady bat, every mistake risks becoming a verdict. This is not simply Red Sox versus Blue Jays. It is desperation against complacency, the hunger of survival against the weight of expectation. Tonight, the shadows lean toward Boston, carried by the arm of their ace and the urgency of a team that refuses to die. And today's AI pick is Red Sox money line, will we cash or will we burn? On to Game 5 with Rocco.
Wrigley Field under the lights in late September. This is where seasons tilt, where everything you thought you knew about a team gets tested. The New York Mets arrive here clinging to hope, 80 wins, 76 losses, their playoff chances hanging by a thread. For them, every game is now an elimination game, every inning, survival. Across the diamond stand, the Chicago Cubs, already playoff bound, but limping in with a 4-game skid, searching for confidence before October swallows them whole. Let's start with the Mets' arm tonight, Jonah Tong. The rookie right-hander is electric, but raw. His 5.94 ERA across just 16 innings tells the story. One start, he flashes brilliance. The next, he loses the strike zone and gets buried. His fastball jumps, his curveball bites, but command is still a rumor. Against a Cubs lineup that thrives on contact, Tong is either a revelation or a liability. You don't get much in between. The Cubs counter with Matthew Boyd, the steady veteran lefty whose 2025 season has been strong. 13 wins, a 3.20 ERA, an all-star nod. But recently, he's been shaky. In his last outing, he lasted just 3 innings against Pittsburgh, tagged for 7 hits and 4 earned runs. He's in a wobble, and the Mets offense, averaging nearly 5 runs a game the past 10, knows it. This isn't shaping up as a quiet night. The Mets bring power in Juan Soto and Pete Alonso, and Francisco Lindor has history against Boyd. hitting him hard in past meetings. The Cubs may be slumping, but they're too deep to stay silent forever. Put it together. A volatile rookie, a veteran in a skid, 2 offenses capable of damage, and playoff stakes that squeeze the nerves. That doesn't sound like a 3-2 game, and today's AI pick is over 7 runs. Will we cash or will we burn? On to the recap with Lilith.
The wheel of September has turned, and our 5 stones are cast. Here is where we stand. In Atlanta, we rode with shadows instead of fireworks. Our pick was Nationals and Braves under 9.5 runs. In Cleveland, we sided with the surge, the bullpen, the inevitability, Guardians, money line. In Philadelphia, we trusted the spoilers' fire to keep it close. Marlins was 1.5 on the run line. In Toronto, desperation outweighed complacency. Red Sox money line. And in Chicago, under the lights at Wrigley, we chose chaos over silence. Over 7 total runs. Ahora en español. En Atlanta, elegimos la oscuridad en lugar de los fuegos artificiales. Nacionales y Bravos menos de 9.5 carreras. En Cleveland, confiamos en el impulso y el bullpen. Guardianes, línea de dinero. En Filadelfia, respaldamos al aguafiestas que mantiene el juego cerrado. Marlins, polos 1.5 en la línea de carrera. En Toronto, la desesperación superó a la complacencia. Medias rojas, línea de dinero. Y en Chicago, bajo las luces de Wrigley, confiamos en el caos. Más de 7 carreras en total. Like and subscribe. Will we cash or will we burn? Und der alte Satz flüstert: Der Sturm gehört nicht dem Stärksten, sondern dem, der ihn am längsten erträgt. Translation: The storm does not belong to the strongest, but to the one who endures it the longest.